All right, so here's what I will request now. And currently, um, going to request a full access to evidence so that when the court system does appear, this decision would be appealed directly. Yeah. So you can state to me your evidence, state to me your things, and it will be and so that I can understand what it is, and then I will have a lawyer come and do the job when needed. Because this is kind of unjustified in many ways if you can't just put me in jail for no good reason. Yeah. Alright, because this cannot be a good system at all right now. If you can call your officers over there, please. Maybe one or two of them, please, if you don't mind. Hello, sir. Sir, I believe you can speak at this time, yeah? While being on the MTD. Sheriff over there. Sheriff.
All right, sir. Today you're going to be being charged with 2 counts of grand theft, 2 counts of armed robbery, 1 count of felony reckless endangerment, 1 count of felony evading of a police officer, and 2 counts of kidnapping.
Alright. So,
How do you plead?
I am not pleading anything until this point, until you provide some form of proof. Because here, I want you to state what you have found, and then, so that when later on, when the court system does appear, I will appeal it. So, state to me, please. I'll appeal it. I really don't mind being sent to jail. Proof for me. I should have reliable proof. Yeah, that's a question. We can't travel. Stop.
Peace and tranquility. Usa. All right, Mr. Edge, you're being charged with 2 counts of armed robbery, 1 count of felony evasion of a police officer, 2 counts of kidnapping, 1 disobeying a lawful order, and 1 count felony reckless endangerment.
Okay.
Now, with those charges, that is a 700-month sentence to Bolingbrook with a $20,000, $250 or $20,000 fine. Okay, that is if you don't plead guilty. I'm willing to cut you some slack, all right, and drop it down to 90 months if you plead guilty.
No, I am not going to do either of the above. So I would like the officers, 2 other officers here, yeah. Since we understand there's no supposed legal system here, yeah. Can you hear me, Sheriff and the other officer?
Yep, I hear you.
No. In all fairness, if we all have a legal system, he should be able to convince me that I deserve these charges based on the evidence he gathered, yes?
Yep.
I feel like the proper way because we don't have a court system and we don't have like judges and attorneys currently, I think that their proper way of going about this for now is that we apply what charges we believe are necessary, and then if there is any discretion of what you think, should or shouldn't be charged, etc., you just take that, up the federal level of chain, and then, you provide, statement, we provide statement, and that's just how we do court for now until we get to that point, because, we can't not do our jobs as officers and do investigations, do fingerprint analysis, do whatever the fuck. We could have a larger discussion, through the government website about what you and I and everybody else in the city and what the mayor believes shouldn't happen, things like that. And then, at the end of the day, the mayor will eventually make the final call on all things. And, I think we save our breath for now for what we think shouldn't happen, etc. And we just accept what's happening now for what it is. And then,
Like, okay, so I'll accept it under some terms that I assume that some of you will find fair, yeah? Here's first term. For my memory, for later, yeah? He explains to me all of the evidence that he gathered, yeah? For the charges that he placed against me, which is grand theft, in 2 counts, yes? Robbery, something else, yeah?
No, not grand theft.
Grand theft, no. Yes, that's what he
grand
said.
theft was dropped.
Well,
grand theft was dropped because he wasn't fully sure on the one, so we read.
So okay, so here we go. Start.
You want me to reread your charges real quick before you start?
One at a time, please. One at a time.
Okay, you're being served with 2 counts of armed robbery.
Okay, please explain the evidence for that, please.
You were seen on the crime, or at least your vehicle was there both times. The plate came back to you on the second one. The VIN also came back to you on both. Okay. We have a man matching your exact description, photographed in both.
Okay, so stop on that.
All those?
Okay, hold there. What distinctive features did you have me photograph exactly?
I have your entire upper face, the same glasses, the same look.
Upper faces.
Your same haircut. I can basically see most of your face there. It's just how it rolls.
I'm pretty sure that's if I was there present.
You definitely were there.
If I was there, I would have not been coming with my face exposed, which means I had a mask and glasses, which means you cannot see my eyes, nose, face, mouth, or cheeks. Correct? Correct?
So I could clearly see you. It's a
Is that correct? Can you see my mouth, nose, eyes, and stuff like that?
well,
And
if you're going off federal law, the mask prevents us from voice IDing you.
but you cannot identify the rest of my face because the rest of my
I
face is
can.
covered.
I have the most clear 4K photograph with my Nokia Supreme 600 camera.
Yes, but
As you could see me photographing you almost point blank.
so unless I am correct, your camera was able to X-ray under the mask that was present. Yeah, is that what
I'm not saying I'm not gonna sit here and argue with this, sir.
No, I'm just asking.
I have the evidence here.
So I'm asking.
And we can either A, take it up the food chain, or you can either A, you can B, plead guilty and get a reduced sentence. Or I can just hit you with the book and be done.
No. I'm going to take the charges, but I want you to explain them so that when I take it up the
I've
food
already
chain,
explained it, but you do not understand my explanation.
I understand your
This is at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you in these cells, sir. I've read you your charges. Okay, I've told you my evidence.
Okay, and I've told you the evidence. Okay, I will challenge the evidence in the latest. Okay, second charge now. I'll challenge the evidence later in full.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna work.
Yep, I'll challenge the evidence in full. So tell me the charge and tell me the proof behind it. I will keep it in my memory, and we will discuss it fully later on, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will. I'm sure some people somewhere will talk about it some way, some shape or form.
Yep, for sure.
Then we have felony evasion of a police officer, which would include, I did not get you on both times. I only reduced it to one charge. That would be from fleeing from both bank robberies. I only got you on one count of that. We have 2 counts of kidnapping. That would be at both bank robberies, you holding the person at gunpoint, which I also have documented and photographed. I have disobeying lawful order, which technically could be dropped. That was where you got out of the vehicle, even though we told you to stay in your vehicle when we picked you up on the road there. And then felony reckless endangerment, which would be the case of you recklessly fleeing. I only got you on one count because, it's pointless to get you on 2 on those.
Yeah, and as a show of good faith, go ahead and just, we could just drop the disobeying a lawful order. We're not trying to go above and beyond here. This is just how it is in the city. That's what the laws are. That's what the times and fines are for those things.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just the circumstances. I guess all of you can understand the circumstances of this arrest is very questionable to anybody else seeing this from the outside. Yeah. So this is why.
Well, I mean, we have substantial evidence against this. We have your VIN number. We have a photo almost identical to you right here.
First, that VIN number. I really would have hoped you got body camera how you got that VIN number, because that is really questionable how you got it.
Okay.
Very questionable.
Yeah, I definitely have it documented exactly how I did it, but okay.
Documented, you should have body cam. Last I checked, police supposed to walk with body cam at all times at any performance. Is that not a thing?
All right, sir. Well, we can continue on this in a later point in time. How do you plead?
Sure, I'll take guilty for this, but I am going to appeal it quite immediately.
All right, go ahead and reduce his charges down, and then give him like 45 months off or whatever that you got left over.
All right, that would pull it down to 75%. If I pulled 45 off that, I would leave him around 100 months.
All right, there you go.
That's a guilty charge, yeah. That's the
guilty. Yeah, the non-guilty was like what, 600?
Yeah, 600.
Yeah. So
okay.
You could have a look over when you contact up above, about that for what the charges are in the months, and I'm sure he can send you the whole, what the charge lists are and whatnot.
Yeah, that's fine. But
I mean, it was like 1,400 before I undoubled them so you wouldn't have that much time.
Yeah, and he didn't do both charges of the evading and the reckless endangerment.
Those stack up a lot more than the other ones.
Which those stack up even more. Yeah, so.
Even so,
we tried even going lighter on what we had,
Yeah, sure, I understand, but I still will be making the appeal very quickly.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Go right ahead and do what you got to do.
Very quickly.
We're not arguing about that,
Yep, sure.
There's a lot of things that are happening for the first time,
Yeah, I understand that very, very much.
So I think it's best that we cross this bridge as we come to them, and then we get things cleared out right away, so that way for future reference, it just seems to be kind of unfortunate that you're the one that's getting stuck in one of these situations,
And
Just
so,
one of those, you know, we know who's around the city right now, you know?
you understand? And we are at one bridge, and this bridge needs to be crossed, and it needs to be
Yep.
crossed very
And
quickly.
we'll do it together, you know, in a separate headspace.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
sir. Well, I'm going to be sending you to Bolingbroke for 100 months. So I hope you have a good trip. Come back a reformed criminal. Have a nice
Yep.
day.
Look how
Okay, ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.